हेलो एंड वेलकम रेडियो जिंदगी लिसनर्स, सुन रहे हैं आप 1550 AM पर रेडियो जिंदगी. एंड अभी इफ आई से दिस इज द करेक्ट टाइम फॉर यू टू आस्क क्वेश्चंस. Yes, that is exactly what the time is. You guessed it. It's the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show, जहां आप सवाल पूछ सकते हैं, जहां पर there is somebody who can answer 15:50 a.m. and you can listen to him every Tuesday between 4 to 5 p.m. And as I was just mentioning that he is a PhD holder in astrology and is a certified professional numerologist, a senior board member at the International Association of Vedic Astrology and Numerology, and with over 25 years of experience. If you have any questions about astrology or numerology, he's the right person to ask them. If you can call us in the studio line, you're more than welcome. This is a live show. You can call us. The studio line number is 510-770-1550. Once again, you can call us for a quick question. 510-770-1550. That for a one quick question, I would say. If you have a detailed discussion you want to have with him regarding your astrological chart or any numerology question you have, 408-639-5300. That's Dr. Saket Bhatia's direct number. Once again, it's 408-639-5300, or you can visit his website, which is by his name, saketbhatia.com, or you can email him info@saketbhatia.com. With that, let's start our show. Hello and welcome. How are you doing, Saket ji?
I'm doing very well, Miss Vedika. How are you?
Wonderful. So, are we continuing our topic, the last week's topic?
Yes, we will try to talk more about yogas. हम बात करेंगे astrology की, how it impacts your life, why yogas are important, why yogas should be critical when you analyze a chart. देखिए, when we started this show about 2 or 3 months ago, our objective was not to scare people. Our objective is not to tell people हम कितने अच्छे हैं, हमें कितनी knowledge है.
जी.
The simple objective of this show is to promote astrology, to educate the public. See, we've read many books. हमने PhD किया है, association के member है, we write journals, we write articles, we edit tons of articles every month. The goal is you should not be scared when you go to an astrologer. An astrologer is no different than you. Same like your doctor, same like your lawyer, same like your accountant. He's just another person who's there to help you. Life short hai, right? You want to make sure you go to the right person. I'm not saying best, I'm saying right person. Because your right person hai, wo aapko guidance achhi dete hai. And you have to form that rapport, that you have to gel with him. So knowledge is very important.
जी.
As long as we are able to educate you, we're able to promote astrology, and we're able to make sure that you are protected and educated, we're happy in this show. हमारा objective यही था.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you've never got a birth chart read, I encourage you. Go to my website or go to any other website. अपनी एक birth chart बनाइए. See how many yogs you have. See what your strengths are. Feel good about it. Feel blessed about it.
And knowing about ourselves is a bliss, I would say, that you'll be more confident, you'll see all the prospects in your life.
You have to look at it objectionally and positively.
Absolutely.
You have to learn to cut out the negative. There are many people who don't let go of things. That's not good, no?
Yeah.
You have to learn, let go, let move forward. Life is short. It's all about accomplishing many more things. It's all about succeeding, getting fulfillment and getting happy.
Absolutely.
And state of mind. तो हम पिछले बार योग की बात कर रहे थे. You said it, yoga is combination.
Yeah.
Right? तो आप तो 50% तो astrologer बन ही गए हो यहाँ.
Thanks to you.
तो we discussed different types of yoga.
जी.
You asked me how many yogas are there. I said countless. Because countless yogas hai, it could be any combination.
Right.
And योग की जो definition होती है, they are always extremes. गज केसरी योग होगा, अखंड साम्राज्य योग होता है, पंच महापुरुष योग होता है. So we said Raj Yoga, you're not getting a kingdom today.
Yeah.
Unless the yoga is spotless. And spotless योग तो होता नहीं किसी का.
तो उसमें you can get a kingdom.
Spotless होगा तो, yes.
जी.
तो most of the yogas are always spoiled. Okay. By either a weak planet or a bad aspect or bad planetary house ownership or something like that. And when that happens, you can be rest assured कि at least कुछ तो मिलेगा as opposed to nothing, right? It's like you're not winning the $1.7 billion lottery, but you could win $1 million. That would make you happy.
Yes.
So हमारे association पे we always focus on the top 300 yogas.
Okay.
Because these 300 yogas are known to be popular. They're known to make you successful, or they're known to break you in life.
Okay.
ये 300 योग जो होते हैं, they've been published many books on it. Dr. Charak, with who I work, he's published books. B.V. Raman, very prominent astrologer, published books on it. You can go online, you can find. So in this show, we're going to talk about few 5 or 6 very prominent, important, critical yogs जो हम लोगों की charts में देखते हैं. You must have heard of some of them. You must have heard of Kahal Sarp Yoga.
Yeah, very common.
Very
Yes.
common. Kahal Sarp Yoga is a yoga where all the planets are on one side of the chart,
Okay.
between Rahu Ketu axis.
Okay.
Many astrologers, many pundits will look at your chart and say Kahal Sarp Yoga है, पूजा करा दो.
हाँ, पूजा, I've heard,
So
yes.
we want to tell you कि ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. There are some benefits and there are some drawbacks of Kahal Sarp Yoga. Just like life, you know, there is some benefits and some drawbacks of everything.
Right.
No yoga is going to destroy you. And no yoga is going to make you completely successful. Yogas will make your life easier or they will make you struggle a little more. They don't make it harder.
But you know, as you were saying, like, for example, when you mentioned lawyers or when you mentioned doctors, people don't, they are not afraid to ask questions when it comes to a doctor or a lawyer. But when it comes to astrology, they find it really difficult because maybe the myths are too high or maybe they are too scared. They don't ask question like, why is it happening? What will happen if it is this?
अच्छा अगर आपने question पूछ लिया, what is wrong? Nothing. It's for your own knowledge.
Yeah, as you're saying, Kahal Sarp Yoga, right?
Right.
So puja is such a common remedy, and I've heard many people get this done. And you're saying कि कुछ नहीं होता उससे.
नहीं, I never said कुछ नहीं होता.
Oh, sorry.
I said,
take my words back.
I know many people who don't even have Kahal Sarp Yoga, जिन्होंने पूजा कराई है.
Okay, but
Because-
does this puja helps?
It's supposed to help. I'm not a pandit. हमने एक show किया था. I said I'm not a
Okay.
pandit. I can't endorse this one way or the other.
जी.
पूजा करा सकते हो आप. I don't do it. But इसके effects भी will be limited, right? Because it's
Okay.
part of your chart.
But if it is in your this yoga is in your kundali, then it will be helpful for you.
It will be helpful for you. Now, Kahal Sarp Yoga doesn't mean bad. It
Okay.
could mean a very good yoga also.
Oh.
We are going to go over a list of people who have Kahal Sarp Yoga who have done very well in life. Phenomenally well.
Wow.
Yeah, Kahal Sarp Yoga just makes your other yogas unpredictable. And
Okay.
depending on the placement of the planets, whether it is Rahu or Ketu, it will make you either popular or make you spiritual.
Oh, nice.
And goal of life is to be spiritual. So,
That's really good to know.
so I think you should not hesitate.
Yeah,
you should go
exactly.
full frontal to your astrologer and ask questions.
Very
And
well
if an
said.
astrologer says, I'm giving you a 1-hour appointment, say why? I want more questions answered. I think I deserve more. I deserve to know my life. And remember one more thing. Astrology is only as accurate as your astrologer.
Okay.
What I mean is medical science में तो आप, you know, you go, you do blood tests, you have some reports. But in astrology, जो astrologer कहता है, that is his interpretation of the rules, the guidelines, the books. So be careful when you go to a good astrologer or the one you go to that you are getting the right answers. Okay, so that is what we're going to discuss. We discussed many different yogas last week. Gaj Kesari Yoga. We also discussed Raj Yoga. We discussed some other critical yoga. So Gaj Kesari Yoga I explained when Jupiter is at the angle from ascendant or moon. Gaj Kesari Yoga hota hai. We also discussed some other yogas such as Raj Yoga, which is Dasha-dependent and Dasha-independent yoga.
Yes, I remember.
Right?
Yes.
So think of it as all the planets are standing on a stage. 9 planet खड़े हैं stage पे.
जी.
अभी जिसकी दशा है, they come in front and they start talking, so your attention is focused on them. That is
Okay.
what happens in the dasha. Everything the planet represents, the planet owns and the planet sits in, will come into fruit in that part of its life,
Oh,
for good or bad.
wow. That was a wonderful example, the wonderful way of explaining that. So we have a caller. Can we quickly take the call?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Thank you. नमस्ते सकेत जी.
Namaste. How are you?
आई एम डूइंग वेरी गुड सर. बस लगता है कि चारों तरफ से ग्रह आपका शो सुन रहा था, बड़ा अच्छा लग रहा था.
Thank you so much.
उससे लग रहा था जैसे सारे ग्रह मेरे ऊपर चढ़ गए हैं.
अच्छा, जी आपका नाम क्या है?
मेरा नाम कपिल है. कपिल.
तो मिस्टर कपिल, what can we do for you? आपके लिए क्या?
आपका मुझे बताइए मैं कैसे आपसे मिल सकता हूँ और आपका नंबर या अपॉइंटमेंट ले सकता हूँ, या आप राइट अवे कुछ बता सकते हैं कि मेरी जिंदगी में क्या चल रहा है.
ऐसा करते हैं, आप अपॉइंटमेंट ले लो, लेकिन आप राइट अवे देखते हैं क्या आंसर कर सकते हैं. कैन यू टेल मी योर डेट ऑफ बर्थ?
10 अक्टूबर
10th October.
जी.
So belated happy birthday.
Thank you, sir.
Don't be shy. Please tell us your year of birth.
66.
1966. Acha ji. You were born on a Monday. What is your...
Monday 5:35 at 5:35 a.m.
5:35
a.m.
Okay. And your place of birth?
Chandigarh, India.
India. This is the third call I'm getting. I do a show in New York also. And वहाँ
जी.
पर भी चंडीगढ़ के, this is the third call I'm getting.
Chandigarh is a very beautiful city.
Yes, I've
आपकी
been there.
फॉलोइंग चंडीगढ़ में बढ़ रही है.
अच्छा जी, so please sir tell me Mr. Kapil, what can I do for you and क्या question है आपका?
स्ट्रेस बहुत है लाइफ में और रात को नींद नहीं आती है स्ट्रेस की वजह से. हर तरह से नेगेटिविटी मिल रही है, उसका खुशी नहीं अंदर से.
किस चीज की? I'm sorry?
खुशी नहीं मिल रही अंदर से, बड़ी उदास जिंदगी है मेरी.
Okay. Is this because of a financial loss? Is it because of marital, children? क्या है कि personal injury? What is going on?
Nothing going on, just like लाइफ में कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग नहीं रहा. Everything is okay. I have a job. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful children. It's just कुछ नया नहीं है जिंदगी में. बहुत डल सी हो गई है लाइफ.
तो कुछ spark लाइए अपनी लाइफ में. Why do you need astrology for that? Try going on a vacation. Try enjoying with your friends. थोड़ा घूमिए फिरिए. Try something. Experiment something different.
वो भी मैंने किया सर. अभी भी मैं इंडिया होकर आया हूँ. वहाँ से नथिंग बट बीमारी मतलब की खांसी लेकर आया हूँ.
नहीं, try something different. Try meditating. Try going, making new friends. Try. अच्छा, do one thing. Why don't you give me a call offline? But reading your chart. Just reading
जी.
your chart as an astrologer, right? आपकी दशा चल रही है राहु की. राहु is in your... Rahu Dasha is going to be little tough. वो 8th house में बैठा है. And we know Rahu acts like Saturn. And in this case it is Saturn Mars जो 12th house में है. ये दशा थोड़ी hard है आपके लिए. ये जो start हुई है. Undoubtedly it is going to go on till 2026 February. No doubt.
अच्छा.
But इसके बीच में भी you are going to have several ups and downs. So for example, 19th October 2023 is a good time. Things will start getting better.
अच्छा.
फिर
19th October.
19th October, which is 2 days away. उसके
Wow.
बाद things should get better all the way till 2024 August. Then you may again have a mild setback. But overall, this is a good chart. I don't know why. Maybe you should just sit back, relax, learn to be happy for what you have. Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, good job. हमें तो ऐसे ऐसे calls आ रहे हैं. People don't have job, they're stressed out. आपके पास तो सब कुछ है.
जी, थैंक यू सर.
Just be happy.
आपसे बात करके मुझे बड़ा पॉजिटिविटी फील हो रही है ऑलरेडी.
तो थोड़ा ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रहो. Call us.
जी.
We'll talk
Thank you.
offline. Okay? Bye.
मैं वेदिका जी बोलूंगा कि आपका एक नंबर फिर दोबारा से बोल दें.
Sure.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर कॉल. साकेत जी का डायरेक्ट नंबर है 408-639-5300. वंस अगेन इट्स 408-639-5300. और आप उनकी वेबसाइट saketbhatia.com पे यू विल गेट ऑल द इन्फॉर्मेशन. Saket ji, we have another caller.
Okay.
Hello, you're live on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hello, sir. I wanted to ask a question about my son. His
Yes.
name is Ishan. Hi, Ishan. His date of birth is December 4, 2009.
December 4?
Yes, 2009.
Okay.
Time is 1:04, like 1:04 in the morning in White Plains, New York.
थोड़ा just a little slow. Sometimes it takes me time to enter data.
Sure.
So I'm with you on New York. I'm with you on White Plains, New York, right?
Yes.
That's a nice.
1:04 in the morning.
1:04. Okay.
Yeah, like after midnight, yeah, in the morning. So the question is about his education. Is he going to be doing well? And if not, any remedies to help it out?
He's very young.
Yes, I agree.
तो आपको इतना स्ट्रेस क्यों है ये एज पे?
Yeah, I mean, I have 2 kids to compare, so he's the one who gives me more stress when it comes to, like, me and my husband are very professionally educated, so then
नहीं आप
we're not forcing anything on them, but लगता रहता है कि छोटा वाला ठीक कर रहेगा, बस सक्सेसफुल रहेगा. इसका प्लस माइनस रहता है, तो वो स्ट्रेस रहता है कि is he going to be okay or what other things can I help him out with?
So, I mean, I don't want to get into, explaining it in detail, but just in a nutshell, your son will definitely get at least a master's degree. I don't see him getting PhD. Master's to hai. Career is set. I wouldn't worry.
Okay.
In fact,
Okay. Happy to hear that.
I recommend one thing. You're educated parents, no? Don't force anything on the child. Let them first do what they
Agree.
like to do. Let them figure
Absolutely
out
agree.
what they want,
Sure.
and then they will grow. Because लाइफ में दो चीजें होती हैं, एक होता है जॉब, एक होता है करियर. अ जॉब इज समथिंग यू वर्क, यू मे नॉट बी हैप्पी. अ करियर इज समथिंग यू फाइंड हैप्पीनेस इन, सेटिस्फैक्शन इन. वो करना चाहिए. दैट्स व्हाट यू वांट टू डू. नाउ व्हाट ही इज गोइंग टू डू, वी कैन टेल यू दैट, बट इट मे टेक सम टाइम, and
Correct.
we can get to that. But छोटा सा है, just enjoy, let him have some fun.
Okay.
He will be educated, he
Sounds
will be
good.
responsible. There are obviously some minor things, but they are workable. ऐसा कुछ है नहीं.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you so much for your call. And listeners, आप सुन रहे हैं अभी the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show, where you can call in and studio lines are open 510-770-1550. If you have any quick questions, just be ready with your date, time and place of birth when you're calling regarding astrology. And once again, साकेत जी को आप डायरेक्ट कॉल कर सकते हैं. 4086395300 उनका डायरेक्ट नंबर है. info@saketbhatia.com is where you can write to him, and his website is by his name, saketbhatia.com. We have another caller.
Okay.
Hello, you're online with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Go ahead with your question.
Saket ji, namaskar.
Namaskar. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am fine.
I got a question for my daughter. Her name is Sonia,
Okay.
and her date of birth is March 3rd, 1988.
Did you say March 3rd?
March 3rd, yeah, 3.
1988.
Yes. And she was born in Huntington Beach. That's the name of the city in, Southern California, Huntington Beach.
And her time?
2323.
I used to live in Huntington Beach. आप यहाँ आए क्यों? Such
Yeah,
a beautiful place.
that's where she was born, right there. We used to live in LA for like 15 years, so it's a nice area.
अच्छा, तो I have her chart. What is your primary question for me?
Just in general, how is the chart? उसका especially marriage का कैसा लग रहा है आगे and life ahead? I don't know. She has a good job, but a lot of good job changes. But she's, I think, doing good. But marriage and all kinds of how is the chart looks, the chart in general.
Okay, so your daughter is in Vedic astrology, she's a Scorpio ascendant, right? And हमने एक शो पे कहा था कि जिस घर में ascendant lord बैठता है, we can be sure that house is guaranteed for life. आपकी daughter का जो Mars है, it happens to sit with Saturn in the second house, wealth, gains, values. So we can be sure, wealth, gain, values, your daughter, and speech. She's very clear. She's a very good speaker. She's very intelligent.
She is, yes.
Thank you for supporting me on that. Gives me confidence. Now, आपकी daughter की chart में there is no debilitated planet. Okay. In fact, her sun is exalted. Where does she work right now?
She was with Wall Street Journal, New York. Now she's with a company, IT company in Los Angeles, actually. So that's where she's working.
She's not going to be working too long for people. वो खुद का ही कुछ करेगी. If she's a journalist and she works, she's probably going to start something of her own. Because उसी में उसकी satisfaction है. She has very.
That is what she always tells me. Yeah.
The Galika Mandi जो second घर में है won't impact her just because her ascendant lord is so well placed. Jupiter, शादी की आप question पूछ रहे हो. देखिए, Jupiter जो है it is sitting 8 houses away and so is the Karak. इससे क्या होता है? There will be lots of ups and downs in married life. I'm not saying there'll be friction. I'm not saying there'll be.
She's not married yet, so just want to know.
No. I know she's not married yet, and she won't be married at least for another 1 year. But she will be married before 18th June 2025. That also we know. But the marriage will have some ups and downs. Okay. Overall, the marriage, सबकी marriage में up down होता है, हमारी में भी होता है.
Right.
So that up down will be there. But overall, it's good. She has to be independent. She has to start her chart. Her sun moon are exactly opposite. I don't see why this is. If you ask me, is it a good chart? Yes, it's a good chart. The weakness in the chart. The weakness in the chart is the Rahu Ketu जो 4th 7th axis पे जो बैठ जाते हैं, they create some ups and downs in married life relationship. She has to work on it. It is something she has to fix herself. This is not something you and I can do.
Right. Okay.
Adjust करना
No,
पड़ता
very,
है.
very good advice. And I can see, I think, what you said about, she always wanted to do her own business. And वही शादी में वही we are just concerned as parents, वे कब शादी होगी and all that.
तो
So,
शादी का टाइम तो स्टार्ट हो गया है. तो it should happen before 2025. अगर नहीं होता है, then by 2027, it's written she has to get married. Again, world में free will है. You can always say no, but हमारे हिसाब से 2025 तक हो जाएगी शादी. Starting early part of next year, okay?
okay. Thank you so much.
No
Saket ji.
problem.
थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर क्वेश्चन. अगर आप साकेत जी से बात करना चाहते हैं विद एनी अदर concern you have in mind, 408-639-5300. That's Saket Ji's direct number. Listeners, you're listening to the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show on Radio Zindagi. Saket Ji is live right here in the studio. And अगर आप उनसे direct contact करना चाहते हैं, info@saketbhatia.com is where you can write to him. saketbhatia.com उनकी website है. And the number once again is 408-639-5300. So, Saket ji, we have a couple of callers who are waiting. I think he should take it.
Okay, if you say so.
Thank you
आपने ही
so
कहा
much.
है, take it.
Ji. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hello, Dr. Saket. I've been driving and your show just came randomly. And then I'm listening for past 30 minutes. It's amazing. Lots
you
of
so
knowledge. Big fan so far.
Thank you. जी आपका नाम क्या है?
And मेरा नाम सचित आनंद पाठक है.
Okay, Mr. Yes.
I was born in Lucknow. The time is 10:30 in the morning.
Lucknow comes in which state?
Uttar Pradesh. It's the capital of UP.
अच्छा.
I was born in military hospital, Lucknow. My dad was in army. And my date of birth is February 29, 1988.
February 29, 1988.
Right.
And time?
Time is 10:30 a.m. in the morning.
I'm sorry, 10?
10:30 a.m.
10:30. So just to reconfirm, you were born on February 29, 1988, you said?
Right.
In Lucknow at 10:30 in the morning. You were born on
Right.
Monday. हम days हमेशा कहते हैं because we want to make sure we get the day right. Because there's something called the outer planets and then there's something called Galika Mandi, which are the suns or moons of Saturn. Whichever house they sit in, they cause an effect. But if we know your day, then we can be sure that, the chart reading is done. So what can we do for you? What can I do? Or what can Vedika do for you?
Yeah. So the thing is, I have one question. From past few years, my career has been up and down. Lots of pending promotions were there, but I could not get it because of some layoffs happening around. तो मुझे एक अपना करियर के बारे में जानने और इन जनरल अगर आप कुछ एडवाइस दे सकें, reading my charts and everything. So that's it.
So we always start by reading a person's ascendant. Okay, you're a Taurus ascendant. Taurus ascendant के लिए the ruler happens to be Venus, which is placed in Pisces, exalted in the 11th house. आपके gains बहुत होंगे लाइफ में. Not only is it exalted in your D1 chart, but Navam chart में भी exalted है. You'll be very satisfied. Are you married?
Yes, I am married. It's been 5 years now.
You should be happily married. Now, हंस रहे हैं. Now your career. We'll study your career house, right? जो 10th house है. Now, astrology में there's something called Pap Katri Yoga and Shubh Katri Yoga. A Shubh Katri Yoga happens when good planets are placed on either side of the career. आपकी chart में Venus, which happens to be a benefic, good planet. For this chart, it is the benefic. And Mercury, which is sitting by itself, benefic planet, are sitting on either side of your chart. Now, आपके career में you have Rahu Sun. What kind of work do you do?
I am a software engineer, like a senior software engineer. It's been like 10 years, 11 years in the industry.
Correct. Your dasha, आपकी जो दशा है वो Venus ki chal rahi. It's house of gains. Your hobbies, you like what you do. You have to wait. If you're looking for promotion, you're going to have to wait. I don't see a promotion right now. Okay, ये नहीं होता. But this is again a chart. You're one of those cases where you should not even be working for someone. ये जो chart है, this should be of somebody who should have his own business, not somebody working. You have Sun Rahu. It will guarantee you fame. It will guarantee you success. You have Mercury, which is your fifth lord, sitting in the ninth house. The dignity of Mercury is friend. You should start your own business. The time to start your own business will come in 2026 November. So let this 3 years of your life be the phase where you think what you will do, how you will do, and who you're going to do it with.
Okay.
Don't worry about your job right now. That's not what you should focus on. You should focus on the bigger picture.
Right. Okay. Thank you so much. This is helpful. I'll call you personally also.
No
But thank you
worries.
so much.
Sure.
Thanks for your call. If you would like to connect with Saket Bhatia ji, आप call कीजिए 408-639-5300. That's his direct number. Or get all the information through his website, which is saketbhatia.com. Or write to him, info@saketbhatia.com. So we have one last caller waiting in line.
Okay.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Yeah.
Thank you
See,
so
my
much.
name is
जी, thanks for waiting. बताइए.
my name is Anju Vora, and I want to ask some astrology-related question to Dr. Bhatia.
Okay, is this regarding yourself? Date, place, time क्या है आपका?
No, it is not regarding myself. I am from the time I'm seeing your show, I really like it, and I have started learning little bit astrology too.
Okay.
So just I wanted to say that I am hearing your show. In one of the show, you said planets can be in a state of sleep in birth chart, rendering them ineffective.
Okay.
So at the same time, on the same radio show, I heard another astrologer saying that planets can never sleep in a chart.
Okay.
So I'm a little confused. Can you explain?
So sometimes things are pulled out of context. Sometimes things are interpreted inaccurately. Sometimes इसका answer is simple. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. देखिए क्या होता है. Planets have their strength. They have their potential. But if a planet is sitting in the wrong house, I'll give you example. Let's say we have a planet which is debilitated. Debilitated तो आपको astrology समझ आती है. It is a weak planet, right?
Yes,
Very
I
weak.
have started understanding astrology.
So
Yes.
explain to me, अगर moon debilitated है in the house of 10th house, does it mean आपका career चौपट हो गया? Does it mean mother के साथ relation नहीं है? You've lost your mind? No. Why? Because there's got to be some boost that planet is getting, right? कहीं ना कहीं
Yeah.
से उस planet को या Jupiter is boosting, Mars is boosting, Sun is boosting, he's getting some boost. Now, what I am trying to say is, if a planet, let's say you have Sun, which is sitting in a water sign, Scorpio, and to make it worse, let's say he's at 29 degrees, and that happens to be the 8th sign, वो गंदंता में चला गया. गंदंता में, you know, जब planet जाता है, it becomes very weak. Now, let's say नवंश में वो जो Sun है, वो चला गया Libra में. Now you have a Sun which is Gandanta and Scorpio 29 degrees and Navamshi is sitting in Libra. How is that Sun going to give you any result in your life? He can't harm you, but he can't do you any good. Absolutely nothing. What
Yes.
जिसने भी कहा है, they have limited knowledge of astrology. What I'm trying to tell you is, astrology में there is something called Lajjatadi Avastha. Lajjatadi Avastha is a secondary source. It's an advanced book of astrology. In this case, we have to study the state of a planet and how that planet will give its results. Just because you have Sun sitting in the 10th house doesn't mean you'll get government job. अगर ऐसा ही होता तो 12% of the world will get government jobs. A planet can sleep in your birth chart. Absolutely. If it is weak, it has no strength. It is getting slaughtered by other planets. There is something called like what is it? What is the core strength of a planet? अगर वो negative हो गया, that planet can give you no result. So yes, planet can be sleeping. That is highly possible. Remember one more thing, since you're studying astrology, you always divide the 30-degree sign into 5 parts. Each part is 6 degrees. In an odd sign, you have to work from right to left. In an even sign, you have to work from left to right. A planet which is sitting between 0 and 6 degrees will give 25% result. A planet which is sitting 6 to 12 degrees will always give you 50% result. A planet which is sitting 12 to 18 degrees will give you 100% results. A planet which is sitting 18 to 24 degrees will give you 12.5% result. And a planet which is sitting beyond 24 degrees will give you no result. So, if you have a strong planet, it will give you results. If you have a weak planet, it is essentially sleeping, considered, rendered ineffective. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, at least I got some good knowledge. And the same astrologer also said one thing. If you have medical issues like surgery, you should go to them, not to a surgeon. So go to them means, do you think it makes sense? Because as I am also reading astrology, sometimes I don't believe in it, but because I heard, so I wanted to clarify with you.
No. We want to make sure you understand correctly. देखिए, astrology is a rule book. It was written thousands of years ago, and there are about 1,500 rules. It is interpretation of those rules. If we interpret those rules correctly, we'll give you right results. If we make a mistake, we'll give you wrong guidance and wrong result. A doctor does lots of medical tests on you. Those tests are valid. Those tests cannot be contradicted. You should never go against what your doctor says. If you're going to an astrologer जो आपको कहता है कि अभी surgery मत कीजिए, you should not go to that astrologer. You should trust your doctor. Medical science ने बहुत तरक्की की है. In life, learn to be sensible, learn to be practical, and learn to be correct. Make sure you go to a doctor and what the doctor says. Always do what they do because they are right. Okay?
Yes. I'm really, really very, very thankful to you that you gave me such a great knowledge. Thank you very much, Dr. Bhatia.
Yeah, आप ऐसा करो, आप email कर लो. We can have offline conversation also. Okay?
Yes, sure. I will do that.
Thank you so much for your call. Yeah, you can write to Dr. Saket Bhatia at info@saketbhatia.com.
So we'll talk about some yogas today.
Ji.
We'll talk about 5 or 6 rare yogas.
So, but before we start, I have a quick question. So, as we are talking कि अगर अच्छे योग बनते हैं, if in your birth chart, so then you become famous, you become a great person. What if there are no good yogas?
ऐसा होता ही नहीं कभी.
नहीं होता.
No.
It has to be a good yoga in your kundali.
So let's say you're at the back of your head, you wanted to ask, what if there's a bad yoga?
Okay.
Correct. तो bad yoga की definition क्या होती है?
Which is not a good yoga.
Okay, so the first thing that will come to your head is disease, taking away wealth.
Yes.
Now, astrology में एक बड़ी अच्छी चीज लिखी है. Think of people who have made lots of money in life and then they lose all their money. And throughout life they work hard but they don't get their money. इसका reason क्या है? इसका reason ये था कि in astrology we believe it was a lesson for you that you have to learn to let go of money. They have reached a better plane than you and I have reached. Losing things in life does not mean, because at the end we all have to be spiritual people. We all don't want to come back on earth over and over again. And how do you do that? By letting go of everything. Letting go of money, family, the love, emotions. You have to give yourself to God. That is what spirituality means. Ultimate goal is, right? Yeah. If you go to Kashmir and you see those sadhus that are sitting there on the Himalayas, they just keep praying. They don't have any ulterior motive. They don't have any money. They go, they ask you for food. You give them food. Why are they happy? Why are you so stressed in life? Kabhi socha hai?
Because you want more.
You have family. You care about them. Who do they care about? Not much. They care about themselves and God. And that level we cannot achieve. So, कोई योग खराब नहीं होता. जो difficult योग भी होता है, that is for you to learn something, for you to let go. So if there is any listener here who's struggling, remember, this struggle is also part of your destiny. It is part of your life's learning lesson. जैसे बच्चे के दांत आते हैं, how they learn to teeth, or how they learn to walk. Same way, it is painful, but it is in a way it's a blessing for you because you're getting to move on in life. Okay, so
that's wonderfully quoted.
I'm trying my best. तो योग्स में अखंड साम्राज्य योग कहा था हमने last time.
जी.
So after the show we get about half a dozen to 2 dozen emails sometimes. Okay, please talk about this. So Akhand Samrajya Yoga happens to be in the chart of people like George Bush, Donald Trump, Amitabh Bachchan, President Narendra Modi. They all have Akhand Samrajya Yoga. Without getting into too much details कि ये योग क्या है, it's a good yoga. It gives you benefits for half your life and struggles for the other half. In सबका देख लो. Each one of them, whether it is Narendra Modi ji or whether it is Amitabh Bachchan,
yeah.
they've all had their success and failures in life and ups and downs.
Yes.
Another yoga we'll talk about is Nala Yoga.
Okay.
Nala Yoga is very rare. It's more rare than Akhand Samrajya Yoga. I mean, I personally know 3 people who have Akhand Samrajya Yoga very well.
Oh.
But ये जो Nala Yoga hai, that is in the chart of people like Nikola Tesla,
Okay.
right? The
Yeah.
famous inventor.
Yes.
So what does that do? It makes you extremely smart. It makes you extremely intelligent. But at the same time, it makes you short-tempered. And आपकी जो appetite है knowledge की वो कभी भरती नहीं है.
Okay.
This
It's something good in disguise.
it's good, but for life you'll be struggling.
Unsatisfied. And you want to learn more.
Improve on what you have.
Oh, yes.
Not just learn more, improve. Your goal is not to make money on what you've learned. Your goal is to just
Keep learning.
Keep
Keep
learning.
working harder and harder.
harder.
Exactly.
Whether you get credit for it or not. That's why some say that Mr. Tesla was one of the most successful entrepreneurs in history, and some say
Absolutely.
no. But he has it in his chart. Einstein has it in his chart. So this Nala Yoga is formed when you have planets. I'm trying to read because it's confusing for me sometimes, right? Mutable signs जो होते हैं, they are Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius and Pisces. Planets must be present in these charts. Good planets must be present. Good like Jupiter, Venus, Mercury and Moon. They have to be spread out in these. And जब होता है, the person is 100% genius.
And that like spread out should be on certain degrees.
Well, if your ascendant is at degree X, which is between 0 and 30, any planet which is even remotely close to that X degree is considered strong in the birth
Okay.
chart. अगर नहीं है, then any planet which is at 15 degrees is considered strong.
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
look at people whose Venus is in the 10th house or Venus is in the 7th house. और अगर वही Venus ascendant degree के पास आ जाता है, very handsome or very beautiful, life full of luxuries, famous, musical, artistic, actor, model, you're that kind of material.
Okay.
Believe me, we've gone through this. We've read thousands of charts. We've seen this and it just works. It works like magic every time. तो
Okay.
ये नला योग है.
जी.
एक कहाल योग भी आता है. कहाल योग जो है, that is also present in Amitabh Bachchan's chart. It's present in Rahul Dravid, Rajesh Khanna, Virender Sehwag. Now what did these people have?
Hard work.
Hard work. It makes you incredibly hardworking.
जी.
It makes you seize the opportunity at the right time. And it makes you give all your effort, energy, just to make sure that you are successful in life.
Wow.
ये जो है जो yogs हैं, again, they are extreme, right? So if you don't have this extreme yoga, but you have a version of this yoga in your chart, it will make you very fearless. It will make you walk into, like a courtroom or a war, and you'll still win. हमारे आर्मी जनरल जो इंडिया के हैं, he has this. In fact, most of the generals that leave the army, the navy, the armed forces, they all have Kahal Yoga in their chart. Now explain to me, is this a coincidence? No, it's astrology.
Yeah.
Why do they
They
all
were meant
have...
to be at that place doing these things.
Kahal Yoga is formed जब 4th house का lord, जो आपके घर का lord है, 9th lord, जो spirituality का, lord means the planet that owns that
the
house.
Yeah.
They themselves are at a quadrant to each other, or they are formed. The 4th house lord is associated with the 10th house lord.
Okay.
और last time हमने कहा था कि in order to get better accuracy on a yoga, make sure the yoga is read from the ascendant and the moon.
Yeah. In the order.
अगर दोनों से ये बनता है, then we can be assured that yes, this yoga is there in your chart, it is in your kundali, and nothing bad is going to happen to you.
Okay.
Coming back to that Akhand Samrajya Yoga, I didn't say, वो जो योग है, it is only formed for Taurus, Leo, Scorpio and Aquarius ascendant. So if you're another ascendant like Aries, Gemini, Cancer, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius or Capricorn, this yoga cannot be formed for you. But don't be disheartened because
Yeah.
उनके लिए भी
There
अलग
are
योग
some
है.
great yogas.
Oh, there are much better
Yeah.
yogas than this. But all I'm trying to say is कि हर एक कुंडली में इतने अच्छे योग होते हैं, but I tend to not see so much of the Dasha-dependent yogas. I like to see Dasha-independent yoga.
Okay.
तो फॉर लिसनर्स, आप अगर अपनी जन्म कुंडली है आपके पास, यू शुड ओपन इट अप एंड जस्ट फॉर फन सेक
Yeah.
you should look at where your planets are placed. And then you should start writing. For example, where is Jupiter? Is it sitting in the house of Mars? Where is Mars sitting in the house of Venus? Where is Venus sitting? Try drawing a map. And at some point of time, that map will fall on 1 or 2 houses or 3 houses. That will be the core focus of your life.
You are making it sound easy, but I'm sure it
No,
is
no,
too much hard work.
No, it's not that.
You're sounding this comfortable saying all this. I think that's
Acha.
25 years of experience.
I'll explain. Look, my birth chart, right? My sun sits in Scorpio, which is the house of Mars. Mars sits in the house of Mercury, which is sitting in the house of Jupiter, which sits in its own house. Moon sits with Jupiter. तो ये सारे पांचवें घर में बैठ गए, which is house of knowledge, experience, wisdom, advice you give other people. Venus is sitting in its own house. So my life is going to be factored on those 2 houses, the 5th house and जिस घर में Venus बैठा है. And Venus in my chart is sitting in the house of spirituality. So advice, spirituality, luck, that's the key focus of my life. The earlier you know this, the better it is for you. Because then you know कि life में आपका path क्या
Where
है.
you have to work, yeah, exactly.
अभी किसी की chart में it is 10th house, which is career, and 5th house, children. So they can only focus on those 2.
Yeah.
Make sure you work hard, get a good family. Work hard,
Yes.
get a good family. ऐसी चीजें होती हैं.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, we spoke about Kahal Yoga. अब हम बात करेंगे very interesting yoga. It's going to bring a smile to your face also. Maha Lakshmi Yoga.
Okay.
तो Maha Lakshmi Yoga is a very, very big Raj Yoga.
Okay.
Okay. Lakshmi Yoga तो होता है कुंडली में. But Mahalakshmi Yoga जो होता है, it is even bigger than the Lakshmi Yoga. It is not a common yoga. It's a rare yoga. Maha means great. Lakshmi is goddess of wealth. तो Mahalakshmi Yoga जो होता है, it's bigger than, it's formed when other 4 yogas are formed. Dhan Yoga, Mahadhan Yoga, Kendra Trikon Raj Yoga, and Lakshmi Yoga.
So it's a rare one.
It's very rare. It's so rare that I have only seen it in about 4 charts of people that come to me.
Out of like 12,000 people.
One of them happens to be an investment banker on Wall Street. His net worth is he comes to me, his
Okay.
net worth is few billions. Now, ये जो हैं, this is formed when the Lord of the 5th and 9th house have exchange, or the 1st house, 5th house, 9th house are conjunct. Okay, this is a very, very rare yoga. It's in the chart of Jeff Bezos. It is in the chart of Warren Buffett. It is in the chart of Elon Musk. It is in the chart of Bill Gates. Extremely rare.
Yes, yes.
Extremely rare. But the 4 people जिनकी chart में मैंने देखा है,
जी.
one is worth over 3 billion and the other 3 are not worth billions. Why? Because the yoga is stained.
Not that strong, yeah.
Not that strong. But they still are worth 3-digit
Yeah.
millions plus. Now the question is not that, what is it you do with the money? How you use it,
Yes.
right? Another yoga we want to talk about is Adhi Yoga. Another rare yoga, which is uska to formula is only very complicated.
Okay.
Okay. Adhi Yoga is formed when benefic planets are in houses 6, 7 and 8 from your ascendant. That means you must have at least one of those planets and you have to have it from the moon chart. इसका जो है, the person happens to live a royal life.
Okay.
Prince Charles, Michael Jackson, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Bill Gates again, वो फिर आ गए इसमें. तो they have this rare yoga and it is typically caused, like I said, Jupiter, Venus, unstained Mercury and waxing moon. Waxing moon मतलब जब chart में moon moves away from the sun, is at least 72 degrees away. That is called waxing moon. Many astrologers will look at your moon when it's coming back and say, "ये तो खराब है." No, it's not stained. It's only stained if it is less than 72 degrees away from the sun.
Okay.
Because sun moon जो होता है, that causes an eclipse. An eclipse always causes stress in life. It doesn't cause failures. It doesn't cause a disaster. Just hardships in life.
Okay.
Okay. इसके बाद I'm going to talk about, take some time. I'm talking about one yoga called Kahal Sarp Yoga.
Yeah.
So, Rahu Ketu also form yogas. Rahu ka purpose is to expand.
Okay.
Ketu's purpose is to stall. Not contract, but stall.
Okay.
तो जितने celebrities होते हैं, जितने successful people होते हैं, like the individual that called, He has Sun Rahu in his 10th house, right? And Rahu is a good planet for him. He is going to expand his business. That's why I told him, don't focus on your job. Let it be the way it is. Kal Sarp Yoga is not rare. It's very common. Okay. तो काल सर्पयोग में क्या होता है? All your planets are sitting between Rahu and Ketu. Rahu could be in one house, Ketu in the exact opposite, and planets इनके बीच में. Now in astrology, when we look at a birth chart, we always move anti-clockwise, right? तो जो anti-clockwise motion है, you have to decide if the planets are going towards Rahu or if the planets are going towards Ketu. काल सर्पयोग भी दो तरह के होते हैं, अनुलोमा and viloma. In anuloma, all the planets move towards Rahu.
Okay.
Unfulfillment. In viloma, they move towards Ketu. So you may say कि काल सर्पयोग का benefit क्या है? They disrupt other yogas. They actually energize a person by giving them some sort of psychic powers. Anuloma yoga जो है, when Rahu casts itself on all the planets, then the person tries to get more fame, more satisfaction, illusion. उनको बहुत बड़ी चीजें करनी है लाइफ में. On the other hand, जब केतु आ जाता है in काल सर्पयोग, the person actually tries at some point of time to become spiritual in life. Both are good. Do not put too much emphasis on Kal Sarpyog, because Kal Sarpyog can automatically be minimized with other strong yogs in your chart. Jawaharlal Nehru, Abraham Lincoln, Dr. Radha Krishnan, Ronald Reagan, Shahenshah Akbar, Sachin Tendulkar, Dhirubhai Ambani, Samrat Harshvardhan, all of them had Kal Sarpyog. Now tell me, इन्होंने सबने पूजा कराई थी? नहीं कराई थी. So please don't run into quick decisions like that. आप जब डॉक्टर के पास जाते हो, वो सर्जरी करते हैं, you take a second opinion. Please go check if you really have this dosh. And like I'm saying, this dosh is not bad. It changes your life, but it's not bad. It causes unpredictability. You may have to work harder, but it will bless you in so many ways you don't even know.
Wonderfully said again. And so listeners, मैं अभी like 5 more minutes in this show, मैं आपको याद दिलाना चाहती हूँ, सुन रहे हैं आप पे साकेत भाटिया एस्ट्रोलॉजी शो. And if you have any question, as Saket ji just mentioned, कि आप उन्हें मेल कीजिए info@saketbhatia.com. If you want to discuss something in detail, call कीजिए 408-639-5300 or just visit his website for all the information, saketbhatia.com. Saket ji, we have another caller.
Sure.
He's been waiting.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Saket ji. Question, मेरा birthday है October 1759, which is today, luckily.
Happy birthday, sir. क्या नाम है आपका?
Anup.
Mr. Anup, happy birthday. क्या year था आपने? 19?
59.
अच्छा, you're just a few years older than me. आपका time of birth क्या है, Mr. Anup?
It's early morning, 1:30, so 16 का night और 17 का morning.
हम 1:30 का ही ले लेते हैं. And what is your place of birth?
Baroda, India.
Baroda.
1:30 early morning, date change होता है तो 17. Yeah.
Okay. And आपका question क्या है?
Question job related है. मार्च पहले प्रॉब्लम हुआ था, फिर ठीक चल रहा था, फिर दूसरा मैनेजर, अभी क्रेजी मैनेजर आ गया. यूएस वाले बोल रहे थे कि आप कहीं जाना मत, आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ यू, वो सब चले गए. और ये क्रेजी है वो.
देखिए, आपके पास जॉब तो है ना अभी?
जॉब तो है और दूसरा ढूंढ भी रहा हूँ. तो प्रोस्पेक्ट क्या है नया मिलने का? या
I think job ढूंढते रहो आप. It never hurts to find a better job. But I personally don't see you getting a job till like May or June of next year. But be happy आपके पास job है. हमारे पास काफी calls आते हैं यहाँ पर who don't have job. You know?
तो मैं समझ रहा हूँ उसका जॉब. तो मैं अभी already I retired from my main job.
अच्छा.
So I'm just doing it for fun and I do some other things. So
तो आप अपना थोड़ा फन करते रहो temporarily. But keep looking for more fun, वो जो आपके रास्ते में आएगा in about 7-8 months from today. Till then, enjoy yourself and happy birthday again.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much, sir. Thank you for your call. We are almost out of our show time. आप साकेत जी को डायरेक्टली कॉल कर लीजिए. उनका नंबर है 4086395300 और या फिर उनकी वेबसाइट पे यू कैन गेट द नंबर saketbhatia.com. So we have 2 more minutes in this show and would you like to wrap it up?
So you want me a closing thought?
Yes, absolutely. Waiting for that.
तो हमेशा हम क्लोजिंग थॉट्स जनरल टॉपिक पे करते हैं. टुडे वील डू इट ऑन योग, जस्ट एस्ट्रोलॉजी के योग पे ही बात करेंगे, राइट? तो क्लोजिंग थॉट, राइट, आई वांट टू से द नॉलेज ऑफ योग्स इन एस्ट्रोलॉजी शुड नॉट स्केयर यू. दे शुड बी अ सोर्स ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस एंड अ रिमाइंडर दैट योर लाइफ इज ब्लेस्ड. The fascinating world of astrology, yoga, will impact your life. The planets' positions, aspects, alignment will shape your destiny and your potential. Yogs have the power to unlock your hidden character, the life events, your hidden potential and your spiritual growth. You must understand and harness the energies of these yogs as a motivation tool. I don't care whether it is the auspicious Dhan Yoga or the spiritually transformative Gaj Kesari Yoga or the Kahal Sarp Yoga. Each of these will offer you a roadmap for personal development and success. These yogas will help you navigate through life's challenges with a sense of purpose. This awareness is a powerful motivator. And remember one more thing, you are much more than the planets and your birth chart. You are living, you are live. You have the ability to make the right choices. So learn to be happy and prosper in life.
Beautiful. Again, very, very well said. Thank you so much for these motivating kind words. And listeners, आप सुन रहे थे the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show. और to all the callers who are trying to reach us now, please साकेत जी को डायरेक्टली कॉल कीजिए. अब आप शो टाइम ओवर हो चुका है. 4086395300 और you can tune back again next Tuesday between 4 to 5 p.m. Till then, this is Raj Yogas signing off. Jai.
You are listening to Radio Zindagi, KZDG 1550 AM, San Francisco and the entire Bay Area.
5 p.m. time check.
This time check is brought to you